you can create a multiplayer game where there's no apparent problem with regard to synchronization, because the multiplayer problem that I also encountered years earlier when I was trying to do this was that the positions don't match. There were times when the position would be off. So in one screen, the character would be a few pixels off. So it's not exact. It has to be exact, especially if you're doing a platformer game, right? So if the person jumps in the other screen, in your screen, it will show that he jumps and he doesn't land in a pit, for example. But if his position is off by a few pixels, then he'll end up getting into that pit, right? So it becomes a problem. And I was trying to solve that using the usual type of techniques that you can read about that work for first-person shooter games. Because first-person shooters, you don't necessarily need the exact positions all the time. They've already taken into account that there's this network latency and stuff like that, right? So sometimes you see that the positions might be off, but it's not a big problem. People won't really notice it. They can still play the game and have fun. But if it's a game like the Super Mario game, and you want to show that you can transfer the positions and create this multiplayer game where the characters are in the exact positions whichever screen you're looking at, then there has to be some way. And it turns out that it's faster if you create screenshots of the movements, and the screenshots are what you show to the other device. So there's this one device that gets hold of all the positions, and it sends the screenshots to the other device so that you have the exact positions. As long as it's not as big as what we have now, because you see there are so many widescreen TVs and all that. As long as the size is small enough, if it's the size of a Nintendo DS screen, whatever usual problem that you'd encounter over the network won't be too palpable. You won't notice it. And they show that you can even do wireless with that. So turns out that was a solution at that particular point in time. But now we got widescreen TV, and we gotta figure out a way to solve the network problem. And I think even now there are still a lot of the multiplayer online games that are having problems with that, especially the fighting games, the action-based games. You see that one of the characters isn't moving as quickly as it should, for example.